understand this, y'all, because God gave me this like God gave me this. The opportunities that I'm coming into today are on the work that I did yesterday. So that TikTok page that ain't going nowhere because I can't get off of 12.1 thousand followers, the opportunities that I have today are based on that 12.1 followers. So instead of being mad that I'm stuck at 12.1, why don't I go look up what the number 121 means? What does the number 4 mean? Clearly that's a divine number for me, because that number is getting me opportunities. I don't have to have 100,000 followers in order to get the opportunities that I need to stand on in order to get the next opportunities. Do you understand, Maria? And this is the point I was talking about. Do you understand, Maria? I would not be talking to you. That was what we were talking about. I would not be talking to you if I didn't have whatever it was that you went to go research me to stand on. And so God gave me the platform to stand on. It wasn't for me to have explosive anything. It was in order for you to restore your family to its queendom, you need this to stand on today. Because I'm sorry, Mama, you can't go from your bed to a queendom and ruling that which you desire to rule without taking a few steps. So you're being stepped up. And that step is being formed right now. You can't step on that step until it's formed, right? You are creating. So whatever you're doing right now, and if you look at what you're doing at the, infancy, you could see what you're doing on the biggest possible vision you could have for yourself. So this is what this story is about to demonstrate. So I tell you what it is, and then I give you an example. So what I'm going to demonstrate is the biggest possible. Okay, so what's happening is what God is doing. God has blessed me. The opportunity gives me the opportunity. The opportunity gives me the opportunity to stand in front of people and teach. So what I'm doing with the sister circle where nobody's attending, I have now been able to attach myself to a vehicle that has an audience. And when I tell you the type of people that are in this audience that I have access to now, some movers and shakers, I have access to these audiences. So it's not for me to change my message. Oh no, I can't talk about the things that I used to talk about. It's for me to continue to refine my message so that I can deliver it in these rooms, because you can't be so in somebody's face that they become abrasive. You have to finesse it and put it in there so that they'll receive it like, dang, am I on somebody's toes right now? You got to deliver it in that way to where motherfuckers like, dang. Oh, boom, I do have to make this point. God's not going to let me leave this room without making this point. The opportunities that are coming to me. Okay, God has given me an opportunity, not knowing that this is the day that the late Lord has made for me. And so I'm like, but who's in that room? What is God preparing me for? Right? Not saying that the opportunity is sitting in this room. These people in this room could do nothing for me but give me an opportunity to speak in front of the elite. Now it's not Obama, but I am in the...
But it could be.
Boom. So what is God preparing me for? What is God preparing me for? What is God preparing me for? So Miss Maria, what is God preparing you for? What are you doing today that you haven't done in your historical past? And you're like, what if I dreamt the biggest dream that I could dream? Is God preparing me for? So for me, being in rooms with these people that, seem touchable and tangible, and I would take this opportunity for granted, except for I know if God has put me in the room with politicians, God is preparing me to be in the room with politicians. If God is placing me in rooms with pastors and these different individuals, God is preparing me to be in the room with the elite. What is the biggest possible rooms? I'm in the rooms with world leaders. That's where God is taking me. If I could think and dream this and put the hearts of my desire, if I could take it as big as I can believe it, if God is placing me in this room, God must be preparing me for this room. So when we look at this call, right? Why did God put us in this room? What is the biggest possible dream we could dream? So that's our additional homework. If we know that this is the day that the Lord has made exclusively for me, and God placed me in a room different than the rooms that I've been historically, why? What is God preparing me for? And we know this to be true because we have watched Lonnie use her 12,000 followers on TikTok and her 200 views. Like, I don't have nothing that anybody will look at my profile and be like, oh, she doing it. Like, when we think about the worldly, oh, she doing it, I ain't got it. When we got impressed sister girl, type situations, oh, girl, she got 12,000 followers. I ain't got a check from TikTok since I've been monetized and actually lost my monetization. Like, I ain't doing nothing, But God gave me that because that was just enough. This is the provision. This is the provision in the desert. God gave me the just enough. I've been so small-minded that I was like, thank you, God, that we could feed the kids tonight. Provision. But no, God's like, I gave you an online platform just big enough to attract an organization that'll put you in front of community leaders because I'm preparing you to be in front of world leaders. And that's the manna. And that's the land flowing with milk and honey.
Yeah.
Boom. Do you see how far back that one reached? Damn, me and Reed been talking about that one since January when I started reading the Bible. That's crazy.
It's almost like a good comedian will say something at the beginning and tie their whole thing at the end. Like, this is how life is when you can connect the dots.
Yes.